Right then, the McLaren 720S. This machine landed from Woking like a spaceship. It made everything else suddenly look a bit old-fashioned. Think of it as a shockwave in carbon fiber and aluminium. A very, very fast statement. It promised to rewrite the supercar rulebook. And boy, did it deliver on that promise. This isn't just about speed, though there's plenty of that. It's about how McLaren approached the whole idea of a supercar. They didn't just tweak the old formula, they threw it out. They started with a blank sheet and a lot of clever ideas. The result? Something properly revolutionary. It's a car that makes you rethink what's possible. It pushes boundaries in every single department. Honestly, it's a bit of a masterpiece, this thing. The appeal is immediate, visceral. You see it, you want it. But it's more than just a pretty face or a loud engine. Let's dive in and see what makes it tick, shall we? Now let's talk about the looks, because wow, the 720S doesn't just cut through the air, it manipulates it. Those massive eye sockets at the front, they're not just for show, they channel air through the headlights and into the radiators. Clever, and notice what's missing? Big side intakes? Gone. McLaren hid them in the clever double-skinned dihedral doors. This makes the car look incredibly sleek, almost alien. It's aerodynamics as art, or perhaps art as aerodynamics. The overall shape is dramatic, purposeful, and undeniably McLaren. It's low, wide, and looks like it's doing 200 miles per hour even when parked. The lines flow beautifully from front to back. There's a sense of shrink-wrapped muscle about it. Every surface seems to be working to manage airflow. The rear wing, for example, is a full-width air brake. It pops up under braking to help you stop. And it also adjusts for downforce. Very trick stuff. Those dihedral doors, a McLaren signature, are just magnificent. They swing upwards and forwards, making getting in and out an event. Under the rear glass, or rather what would be a bonnet in a normal car, there lurks a beast. A 4-litre twin-turbocharged V8 engine. McLaren calls it the M840T. I call it brilliant. It's an evolution of their previous V8, but bigger, badder. The turbos are new, more efficient, and quicker to respond. This means less lag and more instant savage power. It's an engine that loves to rev and rewards you when it does. The sound it makes is pure, unadulterated aggression. Now for the numbers. Brace yourselves. We're talking 710 horsepower. That's 710 or 720 PS, hence the name. Clever, eh? And the torque? A massive 770 Newton meters of it. That's enough to rearrange your internal organs, probably. These figures put it right at the sharp end of the supercar pack. It's not just fast, it's monumentally, terrifyingly fast. It makes a mockery of lesser performance cars. So, what does all that power mean in the real world? Well, 0 to 60 miles per hour takes a claimed 2.8 seconds. Blink and you miss it. McLaren loves its technology, and the 720S is packed with it. Take the proactive chassis control 2, for instance. It's a fiendishly clever suspension system. It uses sensors to read the road ahead, then it adjusts the dampers in milliseconds. Literally. So you get a comfortable ride when cruising, but incredible control when you're, shall we say, pressing on. It's like having a magic carpet and a race car all in one. Then there's the variable drift control. This allows you to adjust the level of traction control intervention. Basically, you can tell the car how sideways you want to get. It's like an electronic driving instructor for drifting. Not that I'd ever encourage such hooliganism, of course. But it's there if you've got the skill and the space. It shows McLaren isn't afraid to let you have some fun. Proper tire-smoking fun, if you're brave enough. Inside, the folding driver display is pure genius. In normal mode, it's a full digital screen with all the info. But select track mode and it physically rotates. Getting into the 720S, you know you're in for something special. The driving position is perfect. Low, snug, with great visibility. Thumb the starter button and that V8 barks into life. There's a sense of anticipation. A slight nervousness even. You know this car has serious performance. The steering wheel feels just right in your hands. It's uncorrupted, full of feedback, pure. You feel connected to the front wheels instantly. Then you unleash the power and oh my word, the acceleration is brutal, relentless, almost overwhelming. It pins you back in your seat with shocking force. The world outside becomes a blur. The twin turbos spool up with minimal lag. The engine screams towards its red line. Gear changes from the dual clutch box are lightning fast. It's an assault on the senses in the best possible way. But it's not just a straight-line missile. Far from it. Show the 720S a twisty road and it comes alive. The supercar world is a tough playground, full of big hitters. You've got your flamboyant Italians, your precise Germans. Each has its own character, its own way of doing things. The McLaren 720S wades into this arena with quiet confidence. It doesn't shout as loudly as some, perhaps, but its performance speaks volumes, and then some. It carves out its own niche with sheer ability. It's the thinking person's hyper-fast machine. What sets it apart? Well, that relentless focus on technology and the way that technology translates into usable performance. Some rivals feel more raw, more intimidating, perhaps. The 720S, while incredibly fast, is also surprisingly accessible. That proactive chassis control, too, makes a huge difference. It means you can actually use more of its power more of the time. It's less likely to try and bite you than some old-school bruisers, which for most of us is probably a good thing. Think about daily usability. So the McLaren 720S, is it the perfect supercar? Well, perfect is a strong word, isn't it? But honestly, it gets very, very close, astonishingly close. It took the supercar game and moved it on significantly. It set new benchmarks for performance, handling and technology. It showed what was possible when you pushed the boundaries. It's a landmark car, no doubt about it. A true game changer in every sense of the word. Are there any downsides? Well, if you're really nitpicky. The infotainment system isn't always the most intuitive. And as mentioned, some might crave a more old-school, naturally aspirated soundtrack. The looks, while stunning to most, can be a bit divisive for a few. And of course it costs a small fortune, a very large fortune. But these are tiny quibbles in the grand scheme of things, especially when you consider what this car can do. It's a masterpiece of automotive engineering. In terms of value, well, that's relative in this stratosphere. But for the level of performance and technology on offer, it actually makes a very strong case for itself. It can outperform